We just posted an update to the article just a little bit ago, and I want to follow that with today's quick briefing on some of the changes that are coming down the pipeline. In the coming days, we're going to talk a lot about some liability issues that of course we are all looking at and facing, and how those potentially impact your office and precautions and the right things to do. Those updates are coming; they're not out there yet, but I just want to give you kind of a quick teaser. Today we covered a couple of different things, not the least of which, if you haven't already heard, the CARES 2 package was signed into law by the president today. And so that frees up the funding that we've discussed over the last couple of days as far as more money for both the Paycheck Protection Program as well as the EIDL loans and assistance in the EIDL program that's out there. So again, we've covered that in previous, and there's a lot of information in the article. New things in regards to testing. They've opened up some of the protocols and allowances for testing for COVID-19. And so if you have any concerns at all in any way, shape, or form, healthcare workers can be tested. And so in our article, we've got a quick link that covers that. And you can go out and check out where those testing facilities are and to get all the information you may need as far as those tests being a healthcare worker. And they've opened that up. So additionally, now this is something else that is really important. I want to touch on this. We've covered some information in regards to the antibody assay tests that are out there. And yes, the AMA has released CPT codes to be able to cover these things. And yes, there's a lot of discussion in a lot of different arenas in regards to these particular tests. And so we want to give some caution. We want to give some strong words of warning, if you will. Governor Pritzker talked about these tests and the promotion, if you will, the advertising, the marketing of these tests that they are seeing as a state out there in Illinois. And he gave some strong words of caution. The concern really surrounds three different things. One is accuracy. The second is a continued question surrounding whether or not the antibodies, or having the antibodies, is equivalent to having immunity. I guess there's a lot of question in that regard. The last is this. There's a lot of confusing data and research right now for the current antibody testings that are being done, the assays that indicate really that it very well may be testing for coronaviruses as a whole, the family, and not COVID-19 specific. So I would, again, we're giving strong caution using and supplying and utilizing these tests in your office. If you do, one, contact your malpractice carrier to find out if it's going to be covered. Because this isn't really a scope issue. This is more or less a marketing issue. It's a promotion issue, and it's what you tell your patients issue, because you don't want to do anything that is going to, I'm recording, so be quiet, okay, sweetie? You don't want to be, you want to do anything that is going to create any kind of misleading to the public. So you don't want to mislead the public, and also then obviously you don't want to mislead your patients. So you want to make sure with your malpractice carrier that you're covered. You want to verify that all of your advertising in no way is misleading at all, take into consideration the three things I just talked about. They're all in the article. I would encourage you to take a look at that. And last is you want to make sure that you create both a clear verbal and written informed consent in regards to these particular tests. So those are the updates that are in the article, and the things that we've covered and things that we're seeing that's out there. And again, this is so rapidly and moving that we want to make sure that you have the latest, greatest information. We'll catch you on Monday.